Hola and welcome everybody to Monday Night Fire Shrike. When we last left off, we found out that you know Shaba has left on some important mission with the for the Free Pirates Council, and the ship has kind of turned back over to Zai. And Zai made a surprising announcement. And maybe we get bits and pieces of stuff here. We get
Uh,
maybe
Nerk's just sending
conversations between
texts.
Burnward. Well, we get conversations between Burnward and various people as he takes over his new role as head of security for Zai and First Knight of Patella.
Oh,
We
we
see
we hold on. Can I mention one other thing that we
what's up?
get with that? We also get a
What's that?
pan. We also get a pan down to Burnward, walking with a Tashtari at his side, like
Okay, yeah,
like we get like that slow pan down.
right. And maybe this is intercut with our sort of like recap. And we've got and we've also get like a bit of like the conversation with Ryan and Nurks and Burnward and Zai and Qualu and Scramjet and Rek about like Ovesh and Ryan trying to get a job and what have you. We get first the conversation about Ovesh um, having been the discovered nurse Jerkdazal having been, revealed to be a Dro agent from out of the Netch Sidara system, who made an attempt on Captain Zeridan's life and failed. And we and then we had like Ryan, who trying to prove his worth as a engineer, uh, having a bit of a moment with Nurks, and then Burnward stepping in a moment with Ryan and Burnward. Uh, and then we also get we get a bit of Oliver Byrne like in the lab like running tests, and we see like Oliver Byrne like doing readouts and stuff and checking out like finding out the running the analysis on this poison. And we get a bit of Xander going to the university's library and doing a bit of research. And we get that last scene where everybody seems to hear something, and we get like that cross screen thing where we get everybody's faces they react to or don't react to hearing something awry. And then we see the external shot of the building blowing up and falling in on it, collapsing in on itself. And we're going to come back in with that moment. Um, and we get like maybe the flashback scene turns into like a steady cam or like a hand cam scene from an aerial view, like somebody flying around on a some sort of helicopter type intercopter or whatever. And the scene here at the university, there's been a terrorist attack. We're hearing there is a group. No group has claimed responsibility, but the this bombing right on the heels of the renovations, and we kind of like get that sort of like screen like play out, and we kind of drop back and we see the drop away and we see this is a television screen now, or maybe a monitor screen in the science lab on the Tempest. And Oliver Byrne, you are seeing this report, and you know that's exactly where Xander, Isaki, Bazik all went.
I just have to like. He just
I thought there
sighs.
was four. Wasn't there four people that went in there?
Rex, but he was sneaking along behind you guys.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Rex is not a ninja, but he's like,
He's a robot.
part of the
ninja.
Romeo group at least.
In his well,
Um,
part of part of his backstory is that he was like a scout trooper on during the Silent War against the Vescarium.
Hmm.
yeah.
Quite literally a man out of time.
Yeah. Oliver
You get your
sighs.
Wizard of Oz.
Oliver sighs and grabs like probably some. Do we still have any healing
Yeah,
kits things?
you should.
Sorry, hiccups. I'm trying to hold them in.
And you should still be not bonded to them. Tuned.
Well, yeah, I'm attuned to everyone on board is up to 10 people, I think it was. So.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You have to be within a certain range
Right.
of them,
Yeah, I have
but
to get to them, and that's why I cannot find where
You're grabbing your black bag full of stuff, and you're going.
Yeah.
We got it.
I was just trying to see where the frick. What's the word I'm looking for, guys? Healing syringes, healing serums. There we go.
Oh, serums of healing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to see where we kept those and how many we had, but
I was going to say you should have been issued just like every new crew member does, and got the new kit. So if you didn't already have decent armor, you would have got an upgrade there
I
and
got
a
armor.
decent weapon.
It's just the
And
healing
it also
syringes.
comes with 10 MK2s, 2 serums of sex change, a drinking straw. It's somewhere up in chat. I'll find it here in a minute. I'll get back to you.
Oh,
But you should at least have those.
okay. Yeah, I'll head. He's gonna start making his way over to the bomb site, because if anything, he can provide medical support and then charge people for it later. Hey, these are expensive, okay?
yeah. So you're getting your gear together and heading out.
And I'll probably
Yeah,
page the captain, but oh, he must not be on the ship right now. He's not answering any calls. I don't know. Yeah,
maybe we get a side scene of Twinkle looking at his communicator and cursing about no reception, no signal where he's at. All right, cool. And we get Oliver Byrne kind of going, getting
bear
his
running.
gear and heading off. Yeah, heading off. And we get another scene real quick here. And then we go back to Xander. Xander, you and those with you are inside the collapsed building. The reflex saves weren't for trying to not get blown up, they were for trying to avoid falling debris as the building collapses in on itself. You are trapped under the building. Bazik kind of got hit on the shoulders. He's got a beam across his shoulders that he's trying to shrug off at the moment, um, grunting as he does so. Isaki is kind of looking around, assessing the situation. I don't know what Rex Tolak is doing. There's a small amount of this room that is still available, that is open enough to move through, but it's cut off. There's the staircases the doors are blocked. The staircases are full of debris. There's holes in the floor. In fact, there's a hole in the floor leading down to another level below where you're at. First of all, do you have a light source with you?
I do.
I don't think I do on this character.
Check your grip. If you got anything from us, it's possible it came with a flashlight.
I want to see something here on this end as well.
I have a moon crystal.
Oh yeah, that's another thing you should have. A moon crystal.
What's the moon crystal do?
That's the one that works as environmental protections, even if you're unconscious and you don't have to be armored.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that was like, oh, these are super cheap and keep everybody safe, even when they're not wearing armor.
Moon
Well,
crystals save lives.
They do.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say that there is this is conditions of low lighting, of low light right now, because there are some lights that are still flickering on and off. It's not like the entirety of the electrical system is destroyed, but it's severely disrupted, and there's maybe a few places here and there where you've got the where you've got like a little bit of light, but you can see that there is a hole to the level below you, and you can't tell what's going on outside, and you do not know where the blast came from right now because, well, you have not investigated it.
Where the heck is
So
it? Don't we have that circulate thing where we could just talk to like
Anybody in
my
30 feet?
captain? Oh,
No,
okay.
in 30,
they have to be
they have
30
to be in
feet.
30 feet.
You could call out and see if anyone answers. Because Isaki and Bazik don't actually have those because they were never actually part of the crew. They made sure to let us know.
I don't really care if they're alive or not.
No, you're not
On
that lucky. They're alive.
dang.
Um,
I just want to guess, look around and figure out if there's a way to get out. Find light from outside, maybe. Move slowly to try to get out
you are
without
not
moving
seeing
something.
you are not seeing anything with light coming from outside. Uh, Yearling here,
Mm,
survival. Unfortunately, Rex, that there are no berries growing in the in there.
that's not that kind of survival, sir.
I know. I get you.
But it was
Perception
one of
is
those
probably a bit
things,
more relevant.
right? And I did have a
Perception
flashlight. I am a soldier.
perception is relevant here. If you want to make perception check too, Xander, you're
I oh
also
Xander.
capable of.
I mean, I
Um,
know where they were at, and I know where I'm trying to get to
but
see if I can find Xander. And at this
Rec,
point,
you
I'm not
are
trying to be stealthy.
Rec, you are cut off from everybody else. The last thing you saw was the because maybe you were hiding like several rows back or whatever, and what Rex basically saw was he heard like the sound of the explosion, and then saw the walls and the ceiling started falling in, and the last you saw, a whole bunch of debris fell between you and the rest of them.
Mm.
You saw Bazik get hit with something, but you uncertain what happened after that.
Okay. Is there a section of wall still visible that I can get to?
There is external wall to the
Yeah,
outside. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, like one
Yeah.
of the outside walls
Um, to the building. Yeah. Yeah.
no, to the
There's you can
office.
to the office.
That they were
No,
in.
they they weren't necessarily in an office. You were in a large room, um, with lots
Right.
of
We were
shelves
in
and
a
data.
library with lots of shelves and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, and lots of computers and computer banks.
Hmm.
They were at a sitting area, um, and you were kind of hiding a little bit back, and the debris kind of fell between y'all.
How is Rex at that?
You're cut off.
All right. Well, is there a computer nearby that's still working, perhaps?
And it looks like the mainframes that are next to you are the ones that held like data and information,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks like they're damaged, from all the debris falling on them.
Okay. Well, my main concern is Xander, and
Hmm.
I'm going to try and figure out how to get through some of this. I start. Hmm.
You are able to.
How
Do I
far
feel
is it
it's
to the
safe to start
bomb
chucking debris and
Oh,
trying to get there that way?
It's not, but looking around, you do see one of the elevator shafts that that goes down a level. That um, and upon inspection, it seems to be working, or at least it seems to be good enough shape that you can get it in working order. You may have to you may have to get a little creative with where you're hooking power back up to it.
So
I can
how
do that.
far down is the hole that's in the floor? Can I just drop down, or will I like break my legs?
It's about a ten, it's all total. It's probably about a 10-foot drop.
So how tall are you normally?
So if I just hang and then go, I wouldn't fall as far, like 2 or 3 feet, or like 4 or 5 feet or so.
Yeah, you could
Mm.
probably do
Yeah,
that.
I'll do that. And at least go down. And is the bottom damaged as bad?
You can see where parts of the ceiling has fallen in, including a chunk of the chunk that fell through that you climbed down through. Um, there appear to be a lot more books down here. There doesn't seem to be as much computer. This seems to be like storage, like the older storage of books. Um, this is stuff that obviously hasn't been transferred to digital content yet.
Okay, my scholar brain says to grab as many books as possible, um, just because they haven't been archived yet.
I was gonna say, do you have the third thing where it only takes you like a fourth of the time to do stuff? What level are you, Xander? Did I lose everyone?
11.
No, you didn't.
Okay,
No.
good, good.
All right.
You're
I remember
11th.
there
Okay, so
was.
you don't have the third thing.
I thought there was one where it's like. No, maybe let's recall something. Hold on.
Well, and you just used your reroll before the blow up, so good luck.
Do you is this a thing like, are you just going to try to grab random books, or are you going to try to find things that might be relevant?
Initially, the thought was random because these books haven't been archived and any information not collected may be lost.
He just fills up a book card and pushes it out.
Yeah.
Alright. Just let's see. I'm gonna have to do it this way then.
Oh, I have dark vision as an android, just so you know. I just saw that.
Do you have dark vision or low light vision?
Androids have low light vision and dark vision.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you can see then. Hmm. All right. All right. That makes sense. Yeah, you grab, some books as you're kind of like trying to figure out um, what's going on here. And I want to cut away here real quick, and I want to go back to Broken Rock, because Broken Rock, where most of the rest of you are at the moment, uh, the announcement has just been made that Vesa has been promoted to captain, and she's taking charge of what was the Blue Ember and has now got a new name. Um,
What's the new
and,
name?
And a new
Yep.
paint job.
And a new
yep.
paint job, and she's now called the Stellar Flare.
Yeah. They're in the process of the paint job. Um, and there's been some crew assignments, everybody getting moved around a bit. Uh, but you're all in the same place. So those of you that were on the Blue Ember and those of you that were on the Fire Shrike, now in the same place with crew transfers going on. Um, and I think they're like Burn Ward. You said you had a couple of people you wanted to have conversations with.
Yeah, I need to talk to Nurx, and I need to talk to Ashira, and those are gonna need to happen probably at the same time, honestly.
Ashira
But
should
I
be
need to
arriving on the
also
third
talk
ship,
to Nurx and Ashira.
and I also need to talk to Ashira.
Ooh, Ashira's popular.
Ashira, you're in fucking high demand today.
I would like to speak to Ashira as well.
Who do you want to talk to first?
I feel like it's a trap. I want to go home.
She just gets like
No,
5
no.
messages all saying we need to talk. Like, nope.
I'm fucking out, bro. I'm out.
Yeah, I have no bad things for you and Nurx. It's only me doing my job.
Yeah, Ashira, you would have heard in context that Burnward has been put in charge of security. Apparently, Zaya is taking back over the Fire Shrike, and he's going to have Burnward as overall head of security. And apparently,
Well, now
Quality
it sounds
inspection.
like I'm going to go and be a cop at her. I'm not going to be a cop at you.
Wait. Burnward, Knight of
It's more to the
Patella
point where
is
there's-
KOP. You are a cop.
It's a.
God damn it! I hate you, Zai. How dare you? I'm not a cop.
Look
Well,
at me. I am the cop now.
Burnward is not
Well,
a cop. He is the judge, jury, and executioner. God damn it.
I
So
think
he's
it's
the
more-
dread judge.
Yeah, exactly.
I
He's
think-
basically
Oh,
the
ha,
Hell Knight's
ha.
equivalent of a dread
No.
Ha,
judge.
ha, ha.
No,
You just opened a whole can of worms with the gesture that we don't have time for.
Sure. It's probably more the fact that like anytime somebody takes over as head of security, they tend to check in with people who are heading up departments of some sort or another. You're effectively heading up the science department, computers and sensors department, and apparently quartermastering on the
And head of
was the blue
scheduling.
I don't know
Yeah.
what quartermastering is. What's that mean?
I don't know.
Basically-
It sounds dirty as shit, though.
I mean, fuck yeah, do it
No.
then.
No.
What-
Yeah.
Quarter-
Ooh, you're
Quartermaster
Quartermaster
is who actually has to like fill out the paperwork to get you what you need.
I don't know.
So-
It sounds
The
like a horse
inventory
thing.
person.
I don't know.
Yes, you're
when
my
when you
quartermaster.
when we took money from the ship to build Pit's new armor,
Yeah.
she was the one that filled out the paperwork so that we know where that money went.
Yep, you're my quartermaster.
basically
what I was
quartermaster has to deal with like the inventory and shit.
Yeah.
Camera,
Yeah.
focus. What is your problem?
I was gonna say, wow, that was
Why are you blurry?
Oh, there it is.
What the?
Whoa.
eh,
You're
Sorry.
focusing.
Okay. No, so
Alright.
a minute ago
But-
you said that whenever somebody comes to security, they want to check with people that head up departments. And honestly, I think it's just because I'm like probably a security risk.
No.
sure. It's like, damn
Technically,
it, what did I do now?
I
I
know.
didn't mean to leak that information.
That's
You
why
are
I
the-
was like, I'm not going to this party.
you are the number one. Well, technically the number 2 hacker because Nurx is just a little bit better than you.
I'll say you'll have
Um,
Nurx with you. She's she'll support you.
Oh god.
You're not in trouble, I swear.
Yeah. Anything that happens here
And even
tonight,
if
you are
you-
not in trouble for, and it's end game. You are awesome.
I am always
No,
in trouble.
I know Ashira isn't in trouble either. Why are you all construing my? I just need to talk to Ashira at Nurx.
Because you're a
God
cop.
damn it! You people
Goddamn
are.
Because you're a cop.
You're not.
I'm not a cop.
You're a narc.
He's a narc.
This is the anti-Michael. Is being a cop.
No more
No,
narcs.
don't
No
be hard
more
for me.
narcs. No more narcs.
I'm not a nerd. I quit. I'm handing in my
don't quit, we need
badge.
you. No, wait. Oh, I thought you were quitting the game, and I was
Oh,
like, yeah.
No,
No.
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's like, but
I told the
You
jester
also-
this like 3 weeks ago.
and you were
God.
also and assure you have also become aware that Vesa is now the captain on your ship.
Oh God, you know what should have went through my
Check this out.
head? Listen, hear me out. What should have went through my head was like, okay, cool, congratulations, my friend. But what went through my head was completely not PG-13. I was like, hey,
Uh,
Oh,
on,
Captain, my
girl.
captain.
be my captain.
Girl, I got you.
Well,
Well, I feel like that would be like a hostile work environment, so we can't do anything like that.
I love when we have moments like this.
Ashira.
We can't do any
Come
quid pro
on.
quo shit. What are you talking about?
Okay, continuing. I'm sorry.
Tasmera, save us.
who are you?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
Like,
know.
who are,
So,
where?
I would
Who?
send you word that you should have coffee ready, Burn Ward.
Yeah.
If you're gonna see Ashira, have coffee.
Just don't
Who's-
And
burn
make
it.
sure
Who
it's
is-
not something you would have been okay with in the field.
Yeah, who's the
Whoa.
lowest ranking person on this ship?
I thought Ashira's nose was going to eat us all for a moment.
I'm gonna get the lowest ranking person on the ship to make us coffee that Ashira would like, and then whenever that coffee is given to me, I'm going to put a splash of whiskey in both of the coffees.
Okay.
Ew!
That's not gonna work because
I
the
keep
lowest
my
ranked
alcohol and my
people.
coffee separate, you ingrate.
Yeah.
Why?
All right,
he doesn't know
fine.
that.
He would
He'll
wait
find
to
out.
offer it to you.
Blasphemy.
But the lowest
That
ranking
doesn't
member
mean
of
she
the
won't take
crew
a
will
shot
look
of
at you
coffee,
and
of-
go,
of
"No,
liquor
I don't
after.
do that. Ask Rec."
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
And Rec's like, "Oh, here you go," and hands you a thermos.
Rec isn't with us. Wait, is he? He
Yeah,
is.
he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
never
yeah,
mind. I would
yeah.
have Rec. I know
We're on
that Rec
Broken
is
Rock.
the one who gets the boss lady her
Yeah.
coffee. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would immediately have Rec. I'd be like, I wouldn't do it like as, hey, get me coffee. I'd probably like go up to Rec and be like, hey, want to ask a favor. This isn't like a power flex or
It
anything.
doesn't even have to be a favor. You just have to say if Shira's coming in and be like, okay.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Hang on, I got this coffee right
I
here."
got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd ask him for coffee.
Okay, I gotta put
Do you have
this.
Rec staying on the fire strike with you, or do you have him going on the on that?
The Rec
staying
is
with
on the
him.
fire strike with me now. Yeah, she
Yeah.
actually has it all like right in game.
I do. It's in the crew assignment. So
I'm
if you're
dying.
curious, that's where you can find it. And I also included cargo and passengers because I have a problem.
Yes, you do. A shopping problem.
A little bit.
Let's go back to the car.
Yeah, so
Mm.
Burn Ward, you probably would find Ashira in her office, so to speak.
Yeah. I'd
Whatever constitutes your office.
yeah. I'd walk in with a cup of coffee and set it down on her desk. I do want to meet with Nurse. I do want to meet with
Plu
Nurse at the
wandering
same
around
time.
behind you. Well, and Plu is wandering around behind you, going, "Hey, you gotta have an appointment. I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry, boss. He just walked right in."
Yeah.
There's Zero.
Sorry, I'm trying not to die.
No, you were definitely dying.
Mm.
Okay, what's
It'll
happening?
pass.
Sorry. I'm good. I'm right. What's up?
I feel like maybe that happened in game.
That
What's
did
up?
happen in game.
What's up?
I walk in and give you a cup of coffee.
God, see, every time I take the cover off the camera, it's blurry. Oh, it just has
Come
to
back.
refocus.
So
Anyway.
it takes a minute.
Yeah.
Hyperleaf.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I gotta lay off the hyperleaf.
No dying on us.
You got that shit from a face.
What,
There's
how
stuff
can I
left
help
over
you?
for merch.
How can I help you?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm like, well, I was wanting to have this conversation with both you and Nurks at the same time
Where
because
the fuck is Next at?
that's a great question.
Okay, can I call Nurks?
Do.
You want to call Nurks?
Yeah, find out where
Bless
she
you,
is.
boy.
Yeah. You get a fucking when she answers, you get like a lot of loud fucking music in the background, and it sounds like a crowd of people.
That explains so much.
What? Oh, what are you doing?
I need you to come back for a minute.
Oh, I'm at Bort's. What's important? What is it? What's so
Burnward
important?
has to speak with us about something.
I told Burnward I'd talk to him later.
He wants to talk to us together.
And he's like, what? What's he think is going on?
I don't know. Do you want us to come there?
Yeah, let's do shots. I'm already
fuck.
doing shots.
I honestly, Burnward would just kind of like. Do you have this on speaker, or are you just like?
Yeah, because it's
And there's just and it's just glaring music
that's
in
why
the
I'm
background.
yelling over
It's
her.
like
Yeah,
it's
Burn-
like
going on.
Acatonian blues industrial going on in the background.
Yeah, Burnward finishes his coffee quickly, which was a full piping hot mug that he just like finishes and then sets it down and is like, well, are we going to Bort's then?
Drink to drown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one of those too. I bet you mine's bigger.
Nice.
Dear God. Drink something cold, woman.
I have a water here.
No, colder. Ice 101. Go for it.
Alright, nice. Okay, so let's go to Bort's.
Hell yeah.
Booze and bitches.
We go and boogie down over to Bort's.
Hey,
Booze and
They have
bitches.
Yeah.
booze. Never mind, I'm not gonna go there.
You,
Oh well.
you
I was gonna say I have the bitches.
You, you,
Sorry,
you
I'm
step
having
over
a
the body
bipolar
going
manic episode tonight, so y'all are gonna have a time.
I'm okay
So-
with that.
you step over the you step over the body to get in. You can see immediately where Nurx is at. She's like she's apparently having a chugging contest with I don't know, we'll say with a human, but
She could be
uh,
having it with Vesa.
well, is Vesa at Bort's right now?
Sure is. She's getting fucking shit faced. She's partying hard, motherfuckers.
I'm the captain now.
God, goddamn fucking shit. He's fucking stuck. That
I
bitch has been
want
doing
you to
shots
know
for
that
a
as
smooth
a
minute.
new captain in Zai's army, that is completely normal. And at
Yeah.
some point, Zai will be aboard soon too, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Burnward has brought his Tashtari with him, and this like fully grown fucking like wolf is just growling at everybody who passes or gets near.
Wait,
I
did
want to
you-
ride it.
You have to have feats for that.
Yeah, you have to have
I want
feats
to
ride the
attempt to
Tashtari.
ride it.
That's a very bad idea. The
It shoots
Tashtari
lasers.
will bite you.
Okay,
And it does like what, a D12?
Yeah.
what if I slowly approach it and it likes me?
Do you have those skills?
I don't know.
No, you don't. Having seen your character sheet many times, you are not built to be a druid, dear.
It's invisible
I was gonna say,
ink,
do you have-
bro.
Mm.
But
The we told you
Good.
about writing on your screen.
What?
the I said we told you about writing on your screen.
I am.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
The but yeah,
I'm not. I promise I'm not adding notes on my screen.
Nurx is just she finishes her drinking contest and punches the guy in the shoulder, and like makes some kind of joke that everybody laughs. There's maybe a couple of people that like look disappointed, and money is exchanged in hands. Obviously, people were taking bets on this, and when there are winners, there are losers.
Havros is challenging Vesa to a drinking contest now.
Yeah, all right, fine, let's do it. Fuck
Yeah,
it,
Hey,
I
Roy,
see
please don't
Stavros,
hurt.
you-
Yeah.
Go ahead.
you're trying to outdrink a minotaur, essentially. All
I
right.
mean,
You can do this.
he asked. What am I rolling for this?
Fortitude saves.
Everything.
Unless Jester
Everything.
says otherwise.
It's it's probably a fortitude save, and we've got the burn ward. You walk at Ashira. You walk in. This is the kind of the scene you see. There's a few people playing, games of chance in the corners and stuff.
Yeah. I walk up to Nurks and I'm just like, What'd you say?
Yeah. What do you
Oh yeah.
go
I
for it?
walk up to Nurks and I'm like, hey, Nurks. Later just came. Buy you a drink at the bar?
She's like, what do you think I'm standing on?
Shit.
She is standing on the bar.
Right. Buy you a drink under the bar then?
Let's not get weird about it.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
he
You've been
just
hanging out with the
She is
sheriff
just
too
giving
much.
you like
I
you
mean,
actually like no,
at
you
the
get the
bar was
impression
a
she's
better
basically
fucking analogy. Under the
Yeah.
bar sounds sketchy as fuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
At the bar.
Well, and it's that thing where Nurks is basically giving you a hard time.
Oh yeah,
Like
no.
she's being sarcastic.
Yeah, no. Burnward's like, all right, sits down. He's gonna spend 10 credits to buy 2 decent shots of whiskey. Actually, he's gonna spend 15.
All right.
Get one
One
for
good,
him,
one
one for Ashira, and one for Nurks. And
Sure can't hold her whiskey tonight. She keeps coughing.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
And he's gonna pull him aside and be like, been meaning to talk to you two for something kind of serious. Something that I didn't really have too much background on.
Listening.
So, talking about Cervantic Cordrum.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna need more drink.
I slide the whiskey
Yeah,
shot
you're-
towards you gently with my knuckle,
Yeah,
my like ape-sized hand.
Fucking down.
Nurks is like Nurks is just kinda like, that's a real
Okay.
sore subject. And she kind of looks like it and probably just kind of looks around. It's that look that people give when they really don't want to be a part of a certain conversation.
It's gonna be like, all right,
Say you are losing this drinking contest.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've had
big
a lot
time.
to drink.
Oh, one more.
So yeah,
One more.
he looks around. Looks around the
Nice.
looks at both of them and goes, "Listen, before I joined this crew, I was a paralictor in the Hell Knights, Order the Eclipse. We police the Hell Knights, also known as we see the Hell Knights that all of you think are just normal Hell Knights, but are even worse. Hell Knights do some fucked up things. I deal with the worst of them. My job, before I joined on, was to try and apprehend and then bring to justice, justice meaning either a swift execution or bringing back and into a very bad prison, Cervantic Cordrum. Now, I don't have a lot of information before Cervantic Cordrum was a captain of the Hell Knights. They generally take a lot of that stuff and obscure it because of internal politics. But heard recently that before Cordrum was a Hell Knight, he was a pirate. And heard that you two might have had a few things to do with him, including serving on the same crew. We want to stab this bastard in the throat and watch him die slowly on the ground, I'm gonna need some extra information.
It's like he said, Nurse is like, he's a dick. What do you need? What do you want? He's a dick and he's a racist. He's like,
No, that pretty much covers it.
he's like,
Yeah.
you're.
He'd
She's
like a
like,
little more.
yeah, I think Nurse is like, you want to know? You want to know what he is? You want to know what he's really like? And she's like, she's like, she's like, he was an abuse fucking animal.
Yeah.
He's a the first goddamn boarding action that Ashira was a part of, and the first one that I served on that he was in charge of. He wasn't paying attention. He was arguing, bickering. He was running Ashira down, and he was like, I was trying to unhook the bypass on the power core of the enemy ship. And all I could think, she was like, next thing I know, I turn around, there's a gnome in my face that hiding behind the power core shoots me. And when I wake up in the infirmary, I hear that the asshole assaulted Ashira and beat her within an inch of her life. I was like, you want to know what he is? That's what he is.
Burn Ward. It doesn't look like.
Pissed off about it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this phased Burn Ward at all. Like, he's like, all right. So, Ashira, why does he hate you
Give
so
me
much?
I don't know how else to explain it. He's sexist. He's racist. He fucking treats everyone like shit. I will not put up with this bullshit anymore.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, don't forget he tried to grab you and you smashed a coffee cup over his head.
That was fun.
Yeah.
All right, don't forget that he beat you 3/4 of the way to death after.
I can't
Nurx
really
had been
forget.
knocked
Well,
out.
I don't know. 3/4. I could have forgot that. He might have hit my head a few times, but I didn't forget it.
He definitely did. He definitely hit your head a few times.
I'm fine.
You look like Rocky Balboa after that fight.
Yeah, we had a flashback to that like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
I mean, this seems deeper than just that, though. I mean, fuck's sake, he was parading around what he thought was your dead body.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Months. Like it was some kind of goddamn war banner.
I don't know where. Okay, like besides the normal hate that apparently is just how he is, and judgmental, blah 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 blah. I have no idea why he actually fucking hates me. I hate him because he's a jackass of all the traits.
And yeah, I would just try and get as much information about like his day-to-day habits, his temperament, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to work up a psychological profile.
Well, we could try to help you with the temperament things to an extent. We can't really tell you his day-to-day habits because how long ago was that?
No, sure. That sort of thing. But like, yeah, no, I mean like Burn Ward is doing that thing. You kind of get the sense that like Burn Ward has a bit of like a quiet passion underneath this like even keel he's got. He's definitely like you can see in his eyes, he might just want to kill this guy almost as bad as you do. Right? So he's very diligently taking notes. He probably buys a couple more shots of whiskey. And like he just talks it through, you know?
Yeah, he's like, give me a sense motive roll here, Burn.
All right, I'm ass at those, but let's do it. Let's see. All right. Nat 20? Nat 5.
Nope. Not even close.
Yeah. Burn Ward doesn't need to read people's faces except for the overt terror on their face as he pulls their throats out, so yeah.
I like him now.
Oh.
Well,
now you're Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse.
He didn't pull anyone's throat out in Roadhouse.
Yes, he does.
When?
That's his special move in Roadhouse.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Sorry.
the the guy who prepared for his part by saying, I'm evil, I'm the bad guy, I'm super evil. That's my motivation, is to be evil.
And he became one of the sexiest men in the world. Because bad guys are hot.
No, he didn't. He died. His throat
No.
got ripped out, and
Shut up.
Patrick
Nope.
Swayze stayed hot.
I'm talking about Patrick Swayze. I thought you were talking about Patrick Swayze.
We were
Patrick
talking
Swayze was
about
a
the
good
idiot-
guy.
I don't even remember what that guy looked like.
He was
No, the
80s
guy on
buff.
the
It's
motorcycle.
okay.
The guy that was on the motorcycle like came around and he's like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I don't remember that guy.
It's been a while. Anyway, moving on.
We're all old as shit.
Ashira, you would probably know this just because you've known Dirks for a while. She feels guilty about the situation because she feels like if she had spotted the gnome and not gotten shot, that she could have helped prevented him from attacking you, or at least, helped out in some way. But she was down for the count before the assault ever happened.
Well, I don't blame
and-
her for anything. I feel like she did what she could at the time, and I don't think she should feel guilty about that.
Yeah, but she still does because she's your homie.
Yeah, she does.
That's like me telling you not to be mad at somebody because they wronged me or something. It just doesn't work out. Haters gonna hate, and friends are gonna be friends.
Statement from the chat says,
Yeah.
if bad guys are hot, explain this lonely supervillain life I lead.
Hi, computer.
Yeah, hi, computer.
You also have to be Batman rich.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I got a plane.
But sure, it's been long enough. You know that it's that thing that's in the back of her head. She's, you if you bring it up or whenever he comes up in some way or shows up, it bothers her. But most of the time, she can put it out of her head.
Yeah.
Usually,
It
but
used
bringing
to be
it
a
up
lot
like
harder
that
to
was
do that.
yeah.
Oh.
Well,
And-
I mean, it was trauma. Like that experience was pretty bad for both of you. So
Now that you're talking about it, your scar from your little ritual with Nahir kind of hurts a little bit.
well, maybe you might think about it a little bit.
It might not actually hurt, but I feel like, as complicated as the brain is, like it probably, the thought of it might make you think it's tingling or something.
Right.
Right.
Little phantom
The
pain.
conversation reminds you
Yeah.
of the fact that you took the vow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So-
Burnwood would probably cap this off by going, so, appreciate y'all talking to me. I'm terrible with this HR shit. I've got an open door policy, I guess is what they call it, unless I'm drinking. Also, I'm usually drinking, so don't bug me unless it's important. But here's the thing. I want to kill him. I mean, I don't really care if I kill him. I guess the better way to put it is I want him dead. And as soon as we can, we need to pace this motherfucker until he can't get up and walk out of whatever cell they had him in before.
What? Hold that thought.
Hold up.
So-
Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute. No, sorry. Stop doing that. I'm too, jump on the bandwagon tonight, okay? It's not helpful.
I apologize.
It's fine.
I'm back.
Okay,
Welcome.
so Ashira sets her drink down and she leans in closer to him, just
Mhm.
probably enough to make him uncomfortable.
Eh.
And she goes, I want to kill him too. Then I want to parade his body around.
And I'm like, whatever you do after post-mortem, that's your prerogative. But remember how I said that open door, closed door policy? If you've got any information on him, please send it my way. This isn't me trying to say, hey, fuck you, I'm in charge of security or anything like that. This is me saying if you want someone to go toe-to-toe with him, I'm a pretty damn fine front line.
I have an OC statement. It just occurred to me. My microphone is up there, and I got closer to it. It's like a whisper.
Mhm.
I feel like my boobs got a cameo and I didn't realize it.
No, it was your arm. You're
They
good.
did not get a
thank
cameo.
God.
Yeah.
I would
was
let you
like,
know.
oh
I'd be like,
God,
Ashir, that's a little too much.
I'm gonna have to cut
PG-13.
that later.
No, it was your tattoo, which is very pretty, by the way.
They all are.
They are.
I am not a Twitch thought.
Oh no. Bernward, are you done
It's
with your
okay.
thing?
I'm an afterthought.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, stop. All right.
We love you
So-
too. You're so handsome.
Oh.
Face is gonna notice that maybe they're done talking, and she's
Yep.
gonna finish with Hafis because they have decided to get coffee because she keeps losing. And
Right?
she's fucking.
But right before the coffee, like right as their conversation is ending, he picks her up and he's like, "This woman drinks like a noir. Do you want coffee,
And
Captain?"
she goes,
"Yes."
"Yay, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I need coffee." But she's gonna walk over to Nurks and Ashira and Bernward, and she's gonna
Stumble.
kind of like stumble, and
I'd-
she's got her coffee, and she's gonna be like, "I didn't bring you guys drinks. I'm real sorry about that, but do you have a minute to talk now? Am I interrupting anything? You guys look really serious."
You look serious, boy.
Bernward Bernward looks at you and goes, "She's all yours." Stands up
Bud?
and walks out with his walks out dragging his Tashtari by a leash practically because it's like growling at everybody and he's like, "All right, come on."
Okay. So
That is crazy.
so
That's
I just smile at her and I'm like, hey, what's up?
So we're celebrating because I get to be captain, and this is the one night that I'm not worried about getting everybody fucking murdered. So we should drink some. Also, do yeah.
Okay. Shit, what did you say?
I don't. This is the one night I
this
don't
is-
get to get everybody murdered. Like I'm terrified
was
of
what-
it.
Okay, listen, hear me out.
Okay.
I was like, you said that, and then Sheer was like, I don't know if you've met us, but like that could happen at any point in time.
Right. So I'm just kind of like flowing with it and everything, so it's fine. Do you wanna stay on my ship? I need a science officer. and
Oh, I
stuff.
thought we were gonna cuddle.
No, I mean we can do that too. Can we do that later? Cause I'm still drinking, and also I would like to go shopping for some
I
new
feel like
guns.
you should stop drinking.
Nurks,
I got coffee.
Ashira Nurks looks at you and goes, "Oh, and you're worried about my personal business."
What? Wait, what?
Speaking
You
of
don't
nerds,
remember that you freaked out on her over Rulia like a week ago?
I don't remember any of that.
Okay, Rulia came out of her room and you went in there, and then there was that whole like weird talk between you and Nurks where Nurks made it sound like you were just jealous of Rulia.
I wasn't jealous. I was kind of in
so were
shock
jealous.
that I hadn't seen Nurks with a partner. It was very much shocking.
It's not a partner.
I think all
They're
the
just
women on this ship
friends.
might be
I can't
gay,
actually speak that.
and I'm
but
fine with it. So
I'm sorry, Nurks.
You're
would
not
like
gay,
to
you
come
have an
cuddle with
android
us?
boyfriend.
What the fuck?
At the very least, you're bi.
I'm all over the place. She's all over the place.
There you go.
Personally, Amy's all over
She
the place
definitely
too.
is today.
All right, so she's gonna go, Nurks, you're the best pilot, and I like you a whole lot, and you got my back, and you're a badass bitch, and like, will you be my pilot? Will you guys stay on
She's
the
like-
ship with me and help me run the ship? Because badass bitches running this big ass ship are so pretty. I painted it purple.
Nurks is like, "What do I look like? A fucking daredevil? Oh yeah, I fucking am. Of all the captains, you're probably the biggest hot mess. Of course I'm going. You're gonna get in more trouble than anyone."
I love you, and I'm gonna hug that bitch. Drunken fucking
think
hug
she-
her.
I think she like dodges back and she's like, "Besides, I'm not giving up my sweet room on the Spitfire."
Oh
This
God.
is true. You get to keep that. Oh, sure. By the way, if you also want a sweet room on the Spitfire, I think there's extra space now. I don't know. I might take 2 rooms because I could be someone's fucking captain. You guys, are you kidding me? Who fucking
Well,
that's crazy?
Okay.
guy was
Non-drunk,
crazy.
out of play, like out of character. Just why did we give her captain?
what the hell? Oh my god! All right,
Because
it's
I'm an
right
envoy
about
and
that time that Zai walks into Board Spoos and Bitches, stepping over the freshly dead body in the fucking doorway. Mm.
Barbecue. Oh no.
Allegedly.
Commodore, would you like some coffee?
Coffee.
I take one look at her and I'm like, well, you're definitely ready to be part of the crew, let alone a captain. Ashira started her captainship the same way,
You have to be one with the pavement before you can join.
right? I would
Okay,
not
well.
suggest the Luxtasy tonight, though.
Such my favorite moment
No.
ever in all the seasons. I fucking loved it. Still makes me laugh.
And Shaba had the night where she became captain and then got all fucked up with the Keepers of the Secret.
Yep.
Yes, and ran across the fight deck naked.
That's what she was talking.
Yeah.
That's what Codex was
Yes,
talking.
and then you were like,
Becoming one
"Snow
with the pavement.
angels, I am one with the
Good times. All right, so what's up?
I'm just saying hello and pulling together my crew.
I thought Ashira had a question that I walked in on.
Did you?
Girl, that was like 10 minutes ago. I don't know.
It was like 1 minute ago.
I feel like it was 10.
She asked why I was made captain.
Oh yeah,
Out of character.
out of character. I was like, why did we give her
you
captain?
can ask in
She's like,
character.
oh, that's good. Let's go. All right, let's fly.
Let's do some shit.
Because I'm actually prepared for this. I have a whole thing planned.
Yeah.
I would like to point out that at this point in our lives, season 4, 5, what are we on?
4.
Season 4.
We're at towards the end of 4, so
Yeah. So I would like to say, what the fuck is going on in our med lab or whatever you want to call it? That we don't have an instant cure for hangovers. We should think about fixing this.
We actually
Have them
do
alive.
have
We
instant
can.
cures for hangovers, and now
I
that
didn't know
Glyco's back,
that.
we can actually do that again.
Okay, I didn't know that.
If Dr. Bear was here, it'd actually be better. He can do it in like 2 seconds.
Yep.
We'll do that.
but
It
Dr.
still takes
Bear is
half
in
an
the
hour.
correct room.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
Dr.
I
Bear
said
is-
if.
Yeah, if
Dr. Bear.
There's
Dr.
always the
Bear's
option.
busy. He's on call.
Yeah, Dr. Bear could just tranquilize you for a day and then you wake up perfectly fine.
Hey, I'm cool with that too.
Alright, but no,
That'd be
not right
great.
now. So, you didn't want it. That's really what it came down to. Out of all my people that are working with us close and have the proper amount of time, she alone was the one that's been trying to celebrate people, as I use air quotes, and to get that position anyway. So, this is why. Shaba is doing a diplomatic mission for the pirates, and she's gone. So someone had to be captain, and it was Vesa. And I could give you 3,000 reasons, but she wants it.
I don't fucking want it, because the last time I got it, I got shoved onto a fucking ship of animatronics, and suddenly it was Freddy's fucking nightmare, and I didn't have anything to do.
Oh, poor kiddo.
Fuck your captain.
Well, we're not doing that this time.
I just want to hack.
Oh, you're gonna be my hacker. Very
Yeah.
excited about it.
So excited.
So yeah, so I'm gonna
Nerd
look at
girl.
Commodore and be like, Commodore, Dirks and Ashira both agreed to be on my ship. Very
Yeah,
excited.
I decided, as green as you are, you needed the best pilot in the verse. Otherwise, you'll probably die.
Why is...
That's a good call.
Can I ask Brian what he's talking about?
Oh,
Talking to my
Brian's
daughter,
character
leave
is...
me alone.
I know, but you were like... And I go, I feel like he's pointing at us.
No.
I could have
Not
been.
yet.
These
But-
are the
Yeah.
weirdos I talk to.
No, my daughter and I were talking about serial killer nurses. So just
Oh,
Ah, nice.
I love that.
I don't
She
know
does.
what that is.
well, Ashira, you're gonna like that because you have something similar coming to your ship.
What?
Oh,
Well, yeah.
right.
Eventually, we have to have that scene too.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have that. Okay, cool.
The
Mm.
there is but I think there's probably like a moment where Scramjet kind of walks in. And uh, he's like, "Hey, so is this where we're getting the drinks at?" Yeah. He's like, "Hey, I understand I'm going to be on your ship," and he kind of like walks over like towards Vesa. It's like,
Yes, sir. You're
Ashira,
gonna be my.
What?
Ashira, this is Scramjet, basically saying he's going to be on the same ship as Shin.
Oh God, is that the hyper one?
No, that's the one that didn't like SROs much. Although he's been much nicer.
I don't
He was the
remember if
pilot.
I like Scramjet.
You
Well,
didn't
that's
really
okay.
get a good first impression, but he's first mate.
He did
We'll
try to suck
handle
up
it.
to you a little bit. He
I'm
tried to
not
suck up
answering
to
to
you
that
when you were captain.
motherfucker.
Yeah. He's just like,
So,
Mm.
yeah.
hello, Scramjet. Yes, you're gonna continue to be the first mate, and you get a promotion. You get to also
To
be
chief
chief
mate.
mate, on the condition that you're not super racist.
He's like, he just
Wow.
kind of looks at you. He's like, and he looks at Ashira and Nurks, and he's like, really? That's not. She looks at Nurks like, you say worse things than that. And I'm still branded. Okay, I get it. And he kind
I
of
don't.
and he's like,
I don't know that much
about
it.
Oh,
He's
she
like-
does. She gets away with so much shit because she's a girl. I'm a goblin. I do what I want. I'm sorry, guys.
the bar is so much lower for her. This bar is so much lower for Nurks apparently.
It's
Wow.
pretty bad. She is kind of the favorite anyway, so
Normally, she only makes fun of humans. I think that's why we don't have a problem with it.
probably
Uh,
yes. Oh, yes. I will buy you a drink. I will buy everybody on my crew a drink because we should be drinking. Also,
Mm.
Nurx and Shira, I would like to go shopping for some new duds. Like soon. She's drunk. Like soon.
Sure.
We need to find a planet that is nothing but shopping center.
You were just. It's called Absalon, and it's 80% shopping center.
Let's go!
We
Well,
will go.
actually,
Last time
King
you were
Kearney's is
there-
more.
The last time you were there, Ashira, you guys shot up a Hollow Vid Award. You have diplomatic immunity right now, but that doesn't mean people forget.
Okay, so we have disguises.
Not only that, but technically the last time you were there, your mother died, and fucking there was crazy shit, and then suddenly you woke up.
I forgot she was dead. Oh, I'm so happy.
Oof.
Oh shit.
No, you were not happy at the
No.
time.
Well, it was that was something that happened in the simulation.
Yeah, the aliens.
I still
Yeah.
don't like
Bubbling.
her.
I know.
So,
Well, we could celebrate her later.
I want to call. I want to like send out a message to
All my homies.
all my homies: Nectivo, Ashni, Kalnak, Vector, Qualu, Ducey, and it's
Did you
Ashni
say
again.
Dookie?
Deucey. Deucey.
Deucey.
Like Toosey.
Got it. Douchey. Got
Like
it.
juicy, juicy.
He is
Yeah.
kind of douchey.
And
He's a little
Grugus.
douchey.
And Grugus is just kind of like a
Fucking
frog guy.
Brian is
Yes.
dead. He's dying over
And-
there.
And Grugus. And I
And
want to
Grugus.
hit up Pluega. And,
Oh, you said that. Good job.
Thank you. And the 12 unfulfilled Kissath. Will they even want to drink? Will they even want to like come
Maybe.
out and drink? All right, so I'll hit them up too. And the two Skittermanders.
Public, but
Okay,
I was
well,
gonna
it'll
say
just be like a
they're,
free for all.
they're more like homebodies, and they'll still drink through straws because you're not family to them yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Totally understandable.
And
well,
So hit them
probably
up,
won't
and then
ever
the
be,
two other
but
Skitter.
yeah.
Okay, and then the two other Skittermanders. that are on the ship,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna
They're
send out a
already there.
mass message and be, oh, good. But maybe I didn't see them yet because they're very short and I'm very tall, and I'm just like, you guys come out to Bort's. I'm gonna buy you guys around, and we're gonna kick this shit off, fucking right. Woo woo. And that's the message.
Hey,
Wow.
who'd you pick for bodyguard?
A boob,
Gosh.
apparently.
Oshni with the googly eyes.
Did you take
He
Ashni?
still has them.
Oh yeah, you took Ashni because I would have felt bad to take all the cool people.
Right,
They don't.
right.
Yeah, they don't actually drink. Oshni gains their sustenance in other means. They
Oh,
absorb
well.
like they absorb certain amount of energy.
Okay, then I'll follow up with, or if you just want to hang, that's cool too. We're partying. So we'll just
Bruh.
like all encompassing. Bruh, do
Social.
you want to
Yeah.
go out to
Yeah, it's like-
Havasu? I'm sorry.
like you, it's like yeah. That said, Ryan, what are you like? You're in boards as well, and you're sort of pointing and laughing at you were pointing and laughing at Burnward. What are you doing
By the
now?
way, Burnward, to clarify, we're at boards, so you're not in power armor, correct?
I thought he
He's
left.
here right now.
He
Oh,
he
is he
took his
gone right
dog.
now?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
took his dog and walked out.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, still talking
And
to the
you're
dock workers I know.
all right. Yeah.
And sort of like saw the captain wave. If he notices, that's great. If not, it's like, whatever. Yeah, I know,
Zai,
new
do you
I have
man
is
on
not.
the
Ryan
ship.
ready? Zai,
I'm gonna be
Zai,
honest.
Yeah.
Probably not, but I'll see if I notice.
He's like probably not, but I'll see.
Yeah, Zai's not that guy. Da, 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 da.
By the way, you also have uh,
Six Pit is with me always.
right. Nice.
I
Did
figured you'd roll a
Zai-
20.
Nat
Oh, that's
20?
funny. Yes, I definitely see you, and I nod.
I nod.
But I'm still in the middle of talking with drunk humanoids.
I
And-
take offense to that. Okay, thanks.
You are definitely
I am
humanoid.
not offended.
That's my secret.
You're all
You-
humanoids.
You
Ryan.
are a meat popsicle.
I can't argue.
All right. So anyway, and technically I wasn't here for you talking trash, and I didn't see none of that. So other than that, yeah, I'm just talking to these women. If you need something, definitely walk up. I mean, I did hire you.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you look at him, he holds up a glass as I drink.
Oh, I lean over. Is it a Kasathan bartender?
No.
Motherfucker! Ever since I said something. I
They-
lean over to whoever the bartender is, and I was like, "They need to hire more Kasathans."
That's an order.
And I grin real big under my mask, and I'm like, "Keep that guy's glass full and put it on my tab."
Oh no.
The witch weird who is tending bar looks at you and looks. There's a moment where he looks like he's almost offended, but then he goes back to work. and he,
All right.
it's like,
And
all
I
right.
make sure that he sees me tip him 20 credits.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, he makes sure to pay attention. Yeah, he's a bartenders are bartenders. You make sure that they see you tip them well, and they're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna take care of whatever you need.
Mm.
But yeah, there's the Ryan. You see like members of the Fire Shrike sort of like fleet from various ships, many of which are transferring to or ships at this point, or in the process thereof. So I do. Let's see. Did you guys leave the? What did you guys do with the all the exploration buggy? Did you guys put that on the Tempest, or was that one on one of these two ships?
It's on the Blue Ember at the moment.
So it's on the.
Is it? I just didn't add it. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's in there. So
Okay. I'll add that. I knew I was
the
missing
Popo
stuff when I put them all
cruiser
together.
is blown up. So actually, we're gonna spend some money at some point while we're here to build a new one. I'm sure I can find a frame to make it cheaper.
Let's
Everyone? Oh,
see.
there's everyone.
There you are. All right. Yeah, they kind of come out. You're Ashira. This is the first time you're meeting some of these people. Hafis Bavros is a Nuar,
Right.
but he's apparently going to be traveling with Zai.
Even though
Basically,
he's made friends with Vesa.
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
big.
We're homies now.
He's Nuar are basically like minotaurs.
With an
They
extra set of horns.
with an extra set of horns.
Okay.
The and space. There is also a 2'3", like a little 2'3" alien with 4 arms, um, that they refer to as Deucey. There is what appears to be a humanoid that is frog-like, only it has one singular leg and stump-like leg rather with like 7 toes rather than 2 legs. That called Grugus. Um, and Ducey and Grugus, you gather, are going to be on the Stellar Flare with you, the former on the same ship with you, but you've never met them before. Uh, do. Do you say? Do either of you say anything about Ovesh?
Um, I'm not gonna say anything yet because I want to have a good time and fuck that bitch.
Okay.
So I would probably tell her
Well,
later.
yeah, I'm fine
I
with that.
mean, unless you want to say something, I'm not gonna stop you. I
Well,
just
no, as far as it goes, some of what I need to say to her could wait till morning. But yeah,
Right.
I mean, we normally do party hard the first night that I show up, and then everything gets done the next day.
right.
All right. And I want to
Mm.
cut back real quick over here to Marixa Republic and Oliver Byrne.
Oh,
Oliver, you have made it to to the university.
oh God.
The building, their rescue operate. They're like the like officials are there already, like law enforcement, crisis man. Sort of teams are there working. You do see one familiar face among like the security people are pretty much telling you to stay back and stay out, but you do see one face that you recognize. You see Special Agent Meffel talking to some law enforcement officials. Um,
Uh, s- yeah, I guess I'll go up to him. He's probably my best
yeah,
chance.
you head in his direction. Like there are a couple of enforcement officers that move to block your path, but as soon as Agent Meffel sees you, he kind of waves them aside. He's like, he's doing research for me. It's fine. It's fine. Let him through. Let him through. And, like when you as you come through, he's like, for the time being, I'm going to assume. He says, he kind of looks at you guys. I imagine you're here because of your friends.
That's
But
correct.
before that, but before we get into that, do you have any new information on that sample I said that I had you analyze?
Terrible timing, bud, but no, yes, I do, actually. Seems to be a biological make, and it's concerning a type of fungus I've never seen before. A mycelium that can only grow on certain materials. It's very limiting onto where it's able to exist.
He goes, a fungus? Would it be perhaps reminiscent of a mushroom type plant?
I don't know, would it?
Yes.
Yeah,
We did find that out.
yeah,
Okay. I didn't write that part down. I guess I missed it. Yes, it
yeah.
would be part of the mycelium tree.
He kind of he goes, "Court the little cutter. I might have known." Um, in any case, um, the if it's the says if it is what I think it is, then you'll only find the specific fungus you're looking for in the Netsidara system. The capital planet of Korzom is a likely place, but you'll likely find them anywhere you'd you'd have to go through somebody a very particular group to get to and that's exactly what I was looking for. You've been most helpful.
Yes.
Says now for your friends. Do you have any idea why your friends might would there be anyone who might have wanted to kill your friends?
I was about to say, is he about to accuse my buddies of blowing this? Well, I don't know them as well as pirates, so I can't really say for sure. So he's just like, unfortunately, not that I'm aware of, and I could not reach the captain on my way here.
He's like,
And
He's like,
you don't suppose it's someone after the library itself, would you?
actually, that was a very direct thought of mine. I figured I'd want to eliminate a line of questioning. I'll probably still want to question your compatriots once we get to them, assuming, of course, they weren't killed in the cave-in. There appear to be places where there are air pockets. Depends on where your friends were when the blast went off. We're suspecting quite frankly, we're suspecting it, a number of different directions. The media is probably going to case this as something to do with the Gitteron Authority, but personally, I believe it has more to do with other interests, and likely out of Nej Sadara. Although what specific organization or house, be sure at the moment.
There seems to be a lot coming from Nech Sadar.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's like, if you'll give us a hand here, perhaps if you'll give us a hand here with the management of this situation, perhaps it'll expedite our ability to get to your friends.
Of course, I can help seek any remaining uh, civilians. Trying to think of the word. I was like, what the word? What's the word for people?
What's the word for people? Um, yeah. So he's like, he's like, if you'll come with me, and he's kind of starts picking his way through the debris. We
Yeah,
believe the blast originated over here somewhere. We believe the initial blast was specifically targeted to bring the building in on itself. This was a controlled demolition. They didn't want it was surgical. They didn't want to hit anything other than the library.
I get to use my wonderful feat for this. Yay.
Yeah.
I have
What
blind
feat are you
sense,
gonna use?
aka thought
All
sense,
right.
psychic sense, I guess is what it's called. I can sense creatures within 30 feet. Um,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, I think between you and Agent Meffel and some of the crews, you're helping find like a number of workmen that were in the building when it went off and helping them get out, and what have you. Um, uh, and maybe that's kind of like where we leave like Oliver Byrne is like sort of like helping find victims in the rubble. in an attempt to help find his friends. And we'll jump back down to Xander. Xander, you've managed to get a few books, and roaming around this lower level, it's blocked off in a lot of places, but you do find an elevator shaft. There appears to be a, there appears to be a power issue with it, in terms of you're going to have to find you might be able to get it to work, but you're going to have to find some way to get power to it.
Okay, so is that like an
Um,
engineering thing?
that is indeed.
So I try engineering to get it to work. Be like, all right, how do I get power to
All
get
right.
this elevator? Because I can't carry this whole cart up.
All right. So maybe maybe after looking at it, like the other elevator, obviously not going to be brought back to life, you're able to strip enough parts to get a temporary wiring going. You're probably going to have to sacrifice a battery to do it, a battery, perhaps two, and you'll only get one usage out of it, which means if you get to the top, and when you get to the top, if you want to try to go back down again, you'll have to sacrifice batteries again.
I'll just walk and recharge the battery.
So
I
yeah,
could recharge the battery by walking. So
Walking treadmill.
right. So
Or wait.
yeah, but you're able to get into the elevator shaft, and you uh, Isaki and Bazik follow suit with you. It's not very big. You guys are kind of a little crowded in it. Um,
yeah,
and
but
it's one of
books are
those.
important. Deal with it.
Yeah, it's Isaki doesn't say anything. Bazik kind of looks at at the books angrily and whatnot, but Isaki looks at him, and he sort of mollifies himself to silent irritation. Um, but Isaki is probably it's funny. The day that we gain access is the day that this place, well, I wonder who did this.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be a research for later once we get out.
Bazik is like, it's probably the Dominion of the Black. Like, but you manage to come up to the top, the elevator pops up to the top uh, of the shaft, and you see Rex Tolak wandering around up there. Well, he looks to be looking at the at the elevator shaft itself himself. But there is but you find Rex up there.
Do you find a way out yet?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can now hear you.
All right. No, can he hear me as Rex? Because I've been trying to call
Yes.
out to him. Okay. Where
Yeah,
are you
because
exactly?
Right in front of you.
That's what I'm saying.
Ah!
Yeah, you were looking at the elevator shaft, and you were looking at it for so long trying to figure out how to repair it, that eventually the elevator started moving. Like, you saw power come back onto it, and the elevator came up, and Xander, Bazik, and Isaki are on it, along with a cartload of books.
Hmm. I apologize. I was working on the new picture for the Fire Shrike 5.0.
Yeah, but
Or sorry, Mark 5.
let's take a. If everybody can give me some perception checks.
Absolutely. Rex, where are you?
Oh, not me. Okay, cool.
You can make one too if
Not
you
you,
want.
no.
I'm not there.
It's just yeah. I was gonna say, Ashira
I want-
notices things around her at both booze and bitches.
Yes.
No, I don't. I'm too drunk. The guy's sitting crooked.
Xander, you gonna give me a perception check there, buddy? Oh, you did.
There.
I did. I got 28.
Oh, there he is. Ah,
28,
good job, Xander. You
27,
did better than
sweet.
me.
All right. Yeah. So I think between the two of you, looking around, you can hear that there seems to be some sort of operation going on outside. Some sort of large operation. You're although how far from you guys and how long it's gonna take is anybody's kind of guess.
Can we like work towards the general direction of a sound and like do that work on one end? They're working on one end, we're on the other end, and meet in the middle type thing.
Give me some engineering checks here.
Engineering?
Yep.
Okay. I'll do it again. I'm ashamed of myself on that one.
Xander. Xander, this is a moment where you kind of think about it and you realize, I want to see something here. Where is your character sheet? So I want to see something. What is Xander carrying on him at the moment?
Whatever's in his inventory.
What? Tell the man what it is, sir.
Like I got a bunch of serums, disguise kits, a crystal, bunch of grenades.
Oh yeah, see, Xander probably has the whole kit that you need, Dr. Bear.
I got a flask of gin for some reason.
What kind of grenades do you have?
I have a shot grenade 2, frag grenade, and sticky bomb. Oh, I do have the circulate. There it is. Yeah, sticky bomb grenade, frag grenade, and a shot grenade. Got about
Do
10
you
grenades total.
Do
You are pretty certain that there may be a way that you can do something. Let's see. You're probably going to have to you're probably going to have to take the battery from one of your weapons and sacrifice one of your grenades to do it. But looking around, trying to dig your way out in the direction that the sounds are coming from isn't going to be of any use. It's just going to cave in on you further. However, you're looking at the building and thinking about the way the walls were structured, and you realize that this elevator shaft is built into the wall that leads to outside of the building.
right, it's an
If you
outer
were
wall.
to utilize your battery and like the shock grenade, you could potentially overload the elevator such as it is, and maybe create a blast that would leave you that might open up a hole for you to get out. It's the your options at this point are try to dig your way out in a way that is going to cave in, rig something up with a shock grenade and a battery in the elevator shaft to try to blow a hole in the wall, which isn't a guarantee, but it's a better chance than trying to dig your way out. Or wait for the rescue crews to wait and see how long it takes for the rescue crews to get to you.
Rex would definitely be all for your grenade idea.
Yeah, let's blow up the elevator. That sounds like fun.
Right. And my engineering check was high enough to help you.
So
Check for
so you're gonna
ferns
have to
first. Save the fern.
save the ferns, right? Sure, there's no ferns. There is a
Oops.
you're gonna have to sacrifice the shot grenade too, and your battery. You'll have to buy a new battery and what have you. But uh, go ahead and give me that engineering check, and if Rex is helping, let's get the help roll first. Okay, that's enough to get the bonus. Xander. Yeah. So Xander looking around, like
Yeah.
maybe we get like the Xander vision where he looks over and he looks over at the structural integrity of like the parts that are blown in, that have collapsed in, and the percentages are just like way super high for like cave-ins and stuff. And looking over at the shaft, like you're like maybe we get that like that the where it's like probability, like we see the steps of your plan formulate in your head, and we see probability of success 50%, and then like you guys go wire it. We see Xander and Rex wiring this thing up and standing back, and then like there's a moment where like you see the elevator charge up, and the elevator charge up, and we see like the electrical energy like staticking up and building up as the grenade feeds it up, and the shot grenade goes off, and the whole thing blows out. The elevator itself goes flying up through the rubble, creating a hole through it, and the side behind it blasts outward, creating a hole that you guys could potentially widen up. But I'm gonna need some reflex saving throws, because you're gonna have to you're gonna have to get out that hole fast before before the rest of the structure around you collapses in on you.
Xander, how much do you weigh?
I don't know.
Xander, you have abilities that have to do with like this kind of stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I
Oh
was
well,
trying to
if
find
you're
it. It
better on
gives
your own, that's
everybody a
fine.
reflex. Like gives people a bonus to their reflex. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah. So you
Uh, well, after you blow the hole, I'd go first because
Yeah, it's called Watch Your
I'm the
Step.
yeah,
soldier.
yep. So then let's all right, so there's Rec.
That's 22.
Go ahead, let's get Xander then.
Well, hold on.
And you're
Before you all roll,
yeah.
spend the point, and you guys get a roll twice. Get the +2 bonus and take the better of the two. I
Okay.
spend the resolve point, and you guys can roll twice and take the better result.
Oh, that's way better.
Sweet.
In that case, I jump easily across, avoiding debris. And now I can catch you if you roll badly. Good thing you're rolling twice.
Well, that wasn't any better.
Oh,
All right, 18
all right.
and a
Is my reflex of
Oh my
32 good
god,
enough to
he's
grab a
Siki.
hold of Xander when he jumps? I
Sure,
will
but then
also try
Hisaki
to
lands
grab
on you.
Isaki.
fuck Isaki.
Right? If
Okay.
Xander were captain right
I love
now,
you,
they would
Scott.
be fired.
Out of a cannon.
Well, at least cargo hold.
What?
All
Yeah.
right. So
Zeke was like, screw this, I'm
I
shooting
think
things.
so Xander and Isaki are going to take some damage. Xander, do you have evasion, or do you have evasion at all?
Not that I saw.
It'll be fine, a doctor's on site.
Under special abilities? You may not.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
You
That
won't
was a
even need
lot
a
of
doc.
ones
Yeah, I
and
was like, you won't
twos.
even need a doctor.
He's not a tank, sir. 12
Yeah,
points is a lot to a
isn't that
scientist.
isn't that just to his
Yeah,
stamina
but
though?
he's 11th level, so
And
Yeah.
still.
yeah, it goes to stamina first. So
I have 66 stamina points as a doctor.
Me too.
Yeah, that's
So
like a
do I
tickle.
get the full 12?
And
yeah,
it still hurts.
it wasn't a lot of damage. Yeah, you get you and Isaki both get uh, hit with several chunks of debris as you're getting yourself extricating yourself. Um,
Wait, why was Bazik
and
making ranged attacks?
whoa, okay, maybe that was the wrong
That's what I was
thing.
trying to point out. I was a little confused what he was shooting at. He was like, "Screw this wall, pow!"
Alright, do I need to make
Yeah,
another
well, he
reflex
takes
save as Rex to grab him?
no, they can get out. They just take damage.
Okay.
So he's taking some damage, and in Bazik's case, you can pretty well imagine that it probably doesn't bother him a whole
Well,
lot.
not only that, but like, I guess you're right. For those two, wouldn't have necessarily tried to grab them. Because Rex is still kind of wary since he was at war with them last he woke up.
Yeah, well,
He's still got that going for him.
Get them
yeah,
let
But
him die.
he thought about it. He's like, they'll be fine.
Bazik doesn't seem to give a shit, and Isaki kind of gives him a sharp look, but otherwise says nothing and doesn't make an issue of it. Um, it would for her, it's probably more about the fact that you weren't going to help. Oliver, go ahead and make me a perception check here.
Yeah. They're not within 30 feet, are they?
No.
I tried. I'm trying to find perception. I'm stalling. There it is. Oh, oh.
Yeah. Maybe it's something that like there's so much going on that it's kind of that and so much noise going on that it was something that a lot of other people might have missed as being anything at all, or might have simply thought of as being just like a secondary type situation to the overall. But you see, um, so you see part of the like you look off to this, you hear just a smallest of noises and look off to the like one corner, one of the farther corners, and you see something come flying out of the debris, and you see like debris kind of like smashing around, like blowing around, like some kind of explosion happened over there.
Yeah, I'll probably like call out mentally to the inspector. Oh, I can't remember his name. It's a weird one.
Oh yeah, you got straight up. You don't have to have another circlet.
Special,
No, I don't need a circlet.
yeah, special,
And
special agent Ristal Methel.
Bristol.
Yep.
Okay.
Haha, crystal method.
Crystal meth.
I
Hey,
always think
yeah.
of crystal method.
Yeah, I'll just
The
like
crystal
mentally
method is badass.
point it out to him as
Uh-huh.
I bear charge over there. It's great. I run at 40 feet and I charge. It's amazing. Because, explosion means something might be collapsing, someone might be hurt. Oliver does care, but
There.
once someone's fine, they can pay him money and that's perfectly okay.
Oh my god, Oliver's a Care Bear.
You
He
don't get
does have a
rescued next
stare.
time.
Shit.
I care. He's a Care Bear.
The you make it over there in time to see like Xander, Bazik, Isaki, and Rex extricating themselves from the rubble, like as as parts of it collapse in. You see Xander and Isaki both get clipped a little bit on their way out, but and Bazik as well.
Shouldn't have brought the book.
Um,
Probably would have made it if I wasn't trying to carry these books.
True. That is
I
true.
just hope that you found the book on accident that wasn't up there.
Bristol Mick comes up to your side, like up, comes up too, and he's just like he's looking at you. he can run pretty much as fast. He's an operative. Uh, he uh, he gets there and he's like, whew. He was like, and here we were. He said, I was hoping we weren't going to have to file paperwork over a diplomatic incident. And it's like, and he kind of smiles at you. And he goes, and you've managed to save some of the books even.
Yeah, because that's kind of important. They haven't been documented or backed up yet, so I figured saving some books is important.
Yeah, he's like,
I'll
very
take
good.
those now.
He's like, yeah, he's like, he's like, I'll make certain that the university know. He says, I'll make certain that the university knows that you managed to save some of their resources. He's like, he probably makes a. He's like, he probably motions to one of his subordinates. He's like, call the dean. Let them know that. Let Salson know that Xander has recovered at least a few of the books that hadn't been translated to digital yet. Like the underling kind of goes, "Oh, yes, sir," and he runs off and grabs a comm unit and makes a call. Is like, and Agent Meffel is like, let's get you guys out of here and let's get you guys over to the base camp setup. Get your statement on what exactly you saw and what happened.
Yeah, it's fairly simple. It blew up. What else do you need?
I'd like to go over your timeline with you.
Uh,
Maybe there's a detail that you may not have realized that may have been more important than you realized.
Rex thinks at you, Xander, and goes, since we weren't actually doing anything wrong, sir, why don't you just show him the footage you have?
Hey, hey, I have a
No.
question for you.
Okay.
I just need to figure out what you need to roll. Oh,
For
I just need to make a D. Because I know they have telepathic things and I can listen in on their
Oh, dude, no,
conversations.
no, no, no. Oh, if you're listening
I
to
love that
me,
you
yeah,
took
that's fine.
I love it, the fact that you took the fucking feet there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's see. Attempt successful. Notice the attempt was successful. DC 20 sense motive. So go ahead and make the sense motive check to see if you are aware of the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're aware of the telepathic
Yeah.
conversation.
And it's if I
Um,
succeed by 10 or more, I can listen in on the communication by concentrating. Yeah, so all you get is just from Oliver's like, if you didn't do anything bad, then show the video. It'll get us out of here faster.
There's certain
Okay.
details of what I've done that I do not need other people to know.
You can
Deal
alter
with
it,
it.
can't you? You have like massive engineering computers, don't you? You can just be like, I'll just chop these together and take out that little bit, and no one will be the wiser.
Yeah.
well, yeah. It sounds like he wants to go over this timeline with you guys. Well,
Uh,
it's like,
and while we're doing this, I'm actually physically checking them, like, well, not even having to touch them. I'm just tapping on my computer and looking at them,
right,
like,
yeah,
just minor scrapes and abrasions. You'll be fine.
yep, yeah. And I think, yeah, Agent Meffel is like, you may want to come with me. First, I need to get your timeline of events. Well, it's still fresh in your head, so that we don't miss any details. Secondly, there are some things that you may want to be aware of. Follow me.
Yeah, I go.
Yeah, all right.
Even though
I
I'm
was gonna
not
say,
really probably needed for that, but they're my crew, so well, with my crew. And who knows? Maybe there's
Xander,
a deeper issue physically. I need to treat it if something comes up.
right?
Okay, kind of goes, but he's kind of like, okay, what they need to know, what they don't need to know. Contemplating in his head.
Sadly, I can't hear your thoughts. Just telepathic communications. At least not yet.
That's a couple feet down the
Yep.
way.
It'll be there soon.
But yeah, you're like he goes over like he questions you, and it is a basic timeline. It's you know he wants to know everything that happened from the moment you left your ship to the moment the building came down on you to the moment you like what you experienced while you were trapped inside. Um, he questions
So
Bazik, Isaki, and Rex the same way.
all I tell
Rex
them
is
while
completely
I'm
forthcoming.
all I tell them is I was in the library doing research that I needed to for my stuff.
Right.
And that's all I do is I say I do research.
Yeah.
And then it blew
They
up
be
and
narrow.
we jumped in a hole, gathered books, fixed the elevator, and then blew up the elevator. And
He narrows his eyes for a minute, and then he comes back. Then when you mention research but don't expand upon it, and he's like, he says, "Is there anyone you could think of that would not want you to accomplish this research?"
there's several people, but trying to remember that group's name.
Dominion.
Yeah, there's this black Dominion black people that I've been trying to get along the same lines as the research I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to get to it before they do. So they might want to slow us down. That's a possibility.
Do you have names of any of these members of the Dominion of the Black?
Do we have any of that information?
Not necessarily. Suppositions of people who might be, but you don't have any direct names.
Okay, well, Rex has been doing research since we got here. That was why I brought it up.
Right. It's like he's like personally my initial suspicions have to do with though the news will probably be speculating. The news is probably speculating as we speak about it being involved connected to the Getaron Authority. Personally, I think it may have something to do with Netsadara. He says there is a says the poison that I had Dr. Byrne that I had Dr. Byrne analyze shows a distinctive trace of fungus that likely probably only comes from Netsadara, only from a very specific organization. He says and he goes there and they've been responsible for at least a couple of assassinations. I'm not entirely certain why, but I'm thinking this might be connected. We're going to be going over the explosives, the make, model, manufacture, see what kind of design specs we can work up. Would you care to aid in the investigation,
Yes,
Mr. Zander?
yes. I can help you find, like, do research, see if we can figure out what it is, where it's from, and that might help on both sides of everything.
Mm.
He goes, excellent. If you would, he says, this is the address of the forensics labs. We're having all of the material evidence sent to. If you'll be so kind as to meet me there tomorrow morning, so we can go over the physical evidence. Maybe get your maybe and get your assistance in evaluating the the materials. See if we can't figure out what sort of bomb was used and who might have made it.
Question first. Do you have somebody that can take these books back to the dean, or would you like me to just take them back to her?
He's got he's like, there is a he goes, they've got someone on their way. For now we'll hold them here at base camp, but the dean is sending uh, some archivists to had to call them in on their day off.
Well,
But yeah,
different circumstances allow for days off to not happen, so it's kind of important.
he's like, well, that's exactly why we called them in. It's like I'm sure he goes. For the time being, any assistance you might be able to give us in the cleanup here would be appreciated in rescue and cleanup.
Yeah, I'll clearly help because if we get enough, there's a whole basement full of books. I got what I could. If we can clear enough to get back to the basement, maybe we can save more. And I don't
He's
know
like,
who else is in there. If anybody else was in the
yeah,
library, just us.
well, we have a list of workmen that were supposed to be there working today. We've recovered a few of them, but there's still several names that are missing. Some of the people, some we've recovered were alive and injured, and some were, well, we'll be notifying a few families. He's, he says, and maybe we kind of like draw the camera draws back as he kind of like maybe he says, now let me uh, let me inform you what our overall plan on how our overall plan ground plan is. And we draw back the camera like from an aerial view of like just over the top of you guys to pulling back, so we can kind of like see the collapsed building again, and what have you. And I think we get we get we maybe get one final scene here as Ryan, you're seeing crew like come and go as they're sort of like packing their stuff to go from one ship to the other. Some are coming in, some are outbound as crew transfers happen. Many of whom look hungover. Um, that, uh, but oh, Bernward, are you overseeing the transfer of Ovesh?
Mike, check the chart.
Sorry, what's up?
There he is. He's asking you.
I said, are you overseeing the transfer of prisoner Ovesh from the to the to the
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, for sure. And like probably Bernward never really got a word with her, so he's just gonna say one thing to her, and he's just gonna like as she's getting walked over be like, if I find out that that ship is a floating husk or a single person on that ship is dead and it looks even slightly suspicious, you're gonna end up as the next corpse in vacuum.
I think she probably looks at you and says, she's like, I'm not one to waste words. So I will make this very clear and very simple. I failed in my task. If you find that ship a floating husk of corpses, I will be among those corpses. And you probably will find it a floating ship of corpses because the people that'll be coming after me won't let anyone stand in their way.
He nods and says, then see to it that you're the first thing they have to knock down.
And she just kind of looks at you like with just sort of like this glassy, unreadable.
See,
And
honestly,
and
Burn. Oh, go ahead.
and Qualu is probably there as well. and Qualu is probably is like, oh no, I have a feeling that if there is that your friends, if they are as good as you are, will prove an interesting challenge. But seeing as how you are not able to take out the Captain Zeradin and the crew of the Fire Shrike, the fleet of the Fire Shrike is as competent as they are, I doubt very seriously they'll get very far.
Can we
And
do a pan out of what the ship looks like? And will you also make one of those many icons that I put on there by accident? Would you make one of those way bigger so everybody can see what it looks like?
okay,
I worked really hard on it, so.
very very proud. I understand.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let me see here. I'm gonna have to. And where the hell did you even put it? I saw it before earlier,
I
and
think
I
one in
don't
the
know.
top left corner.
There it is. All right.
Oh,
So let's go to.
It might be a little squished because it turned it into a square. It's more of a rectangle.
Ah, it looks very good.
see?
Wow.
Yeah, she did a pretty
Impressed.
amazing job of that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I would like to point out for the viewers out there, Amy Gedden actually went to town and took the time to put this together because she was like, I'm going to customize.
It's my ship.
So, yeah, it looks cool.
My ship. Thank you.
And I guess, in all fairness, that we might as well do this here real quick too, because.
Of course. We need to show off all of our good work.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently, that is what the Fire Shrike now looks like.
Cute.
Yes.
Damn. It's a
Yeah.
badass and formidable ship. And it fits Paralictor Burnward's already established color. So pretty happy about that.
I was gonna say red and purple have been like the established colors for a while.
Yeah.
And I think maybe we get like that. We get that pan out, and we get like the pan out. We get like the like overview of like the ships and what have you, and we get we get the split screen that shows like the different ships and what they look like and whatnot in the various different places that they're at, like both the Fire Shrike and the I swear to God, I'm going to remember this eventually.
Stellar Flare.
The Stellar Flare, like both at Broken Rock, and then we see the Tempest, parked in, its, docking bay or whatever, on Marixa and
Mhm.
whatnot as we sort of pan out. And everybody, send me your Player's Choice Awards because it is 10:32, and we're gonna get our sign off started.
No.
And
No.
oh, huh?
No, I said oh no.
Oh,
Sorry.
Player's Choice from you, huh?
I realized something.
Let's start.
Next time we'll.
Let's start with Scott Psychopathic. Why don't you kick us off here?
Woot woot.
Wait, I had to get my notes, figure out what I'm in because I have horrible memory. Okay, Scott, whatever. So I played Xander in Fire Strike today, and I didn't die. Yay!
Yay.
That for like a whole week, I was like, did I just
Yet.
die? Okay, so
I do
I
need
got
someone
out
to
of the
test this
library.
person.
I'm good. That's all that matters. Okay, so tomorrow, Numenera. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm in Numenera. I don't remember my character's name at all because, like I said, horrible memory. Didn't write it down.
Yes, no name.
He's going to be called No Name. I think I'm going to go in tomorrow and change that and just that's his name. No Name. What's your name, sir? No Name. I don't know. We'll see how that
It's
flies.
just no for short. What's
Yeah.
your name? No.
right.
Stabby.
Okay. Then on Wednesday we have Hinch to Minch, where I play Knight. I don't know what to say. I went to bed because apparently I didn't say or run out and go get a TV. I don't know. Acer's been mad lately and shot another TV, and I didn't rush out and get her a new TV so she can shoot that one again. I don't know. We don't have Thursday no more. Then we got Friday late night where we got the Ballad of the Menagerie. I am not singing it. I suck at singing, and I'm not going to try, so deal with it. Anyways, I play chess, and chess is a horrible captain, but she's trying. Um,
I feel
yeah,
that in my soul.
chess is bad, but hey, at least we we got the thing cleared out and everybody were negotiating up the ranks. I don't know. Okay, then every other Saturday we got the Bitter Ends and the Apocalypse Waterworld thingy. Last time Shesh tried to drive up the road, they drive the boat to the next destination. Then we ran into a storm and he cannot drive a boat to save anything. So everybody drowned and then ended up in a building. I don't know. Then Sunday we got Cosmos where I play Fagara, where Fagara he just sat around and listened to everybody tell stories. Petted his bear occasionally.
And Anduin.
I don't know. And then Anduin, he got praised for cleaning the armor, so he feels a little bit better about completely forgetting to mention. Then he was apologized to, and he's like, yeah, my bad. But we're gonna get a forge, and that'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's everything. Yeah, that's all of them.
Alrighty. Then let's move on to Brian.
Yes, and Brian, I played. This is play on words. I'm Brian. I played Ryan. Yeah, just like I did with my own kid. Oh God. But yeah, not too much today, but that's okay. Tuesdays I run the Numenera game, which still has no name. Maybe I might just call it No Name.
Ha.
Okay, if we're going with not having names, let's go for it. But yeah, so come on in and see what the Earth is like a billion years in the future. And yes, the cockroaches are selling potions to you. Beyond that, on Sundays when I can make it to Cosmos, thanks to family. But anyway, I play either Vraklana, the Cobalt witch that has a penchant for eating meat and sizing up every sentient being out there and putting them on a barbecue scale. Or okay, I'm trying to now. I can't remember her name because I only did it once. But I have a fletchling monk shadow dancer that loves bouncing in shadows and probably will be doing a dance off with the group one day because of a particular bard.
Multiple bards.
So this should have multiple bards. Oh, great! Yeah, that should be interesting. And that's about it.
Alrighty. Let's go over to somebody who really knows how to grin and bear it. Sassy.
Hello. What's up? I played Oliver Byrne, the biotechnician, biohacker, bio everything, and a bear. And yeah, no, Xander, it's not a mind affecting poison. It's a fortitude poison. So I'm just curious. I tested it out on some rats, and I want to step it up. You know,
He
uh,
can fix you.
yeah, I'll fix you right back up. Don't worry. Beyond that, you can catch me, yes, tomorrow in No Name, as also No Name because unfortunately I realized I couldn't log in to see my character's name because it's on Foundry and you have to have it set up like at each time we play. I was like, oh crap, I won't know until it's time. but I am the seeker who exists in 2 places at once. Ooh.
I will normally put that up an hour before game for
Cool.
people.
And and my clone always appears naked when I summon it, which was an odd thing, but it lists it in there. It doesn't have anything on it, no clothes, no gear. I was like, all right, I just carry an extra set of clothes around with me everywhere. You catch me on Wednesdays as Shadowhound. I almost said the bear. Shadowhound, the assassin for hire, not bear for hire. Assassin for hire who hunts down superpowered individuals, whether villains or heroes, because that's his job. But he's also working on a side with the party and all that. Side jobs. I mean, what?
Side hustle is life.
And has to hold Flux's hand so she doesn't turn into a puddle of alcohol on the plane. I have to shut down her power.
I didn't think about the logistics of what would happen if I drank too much. And it just sort of happened.
Yep. And you can catch me on Fridays in Yakshas, the Lancer system, where I play Hunter, aka Sin, who who pilots a mech that just falls apart in every combat, just falls apart into pieces, and then those pieces fly around the battlefield and do all sorts of things to everyone in my way. And anyone else that throws pieces out into the battlefield thinking they're going to be like, these are my drones, I say, no, they're not. They're mine now. I control them, bitch. Shepherd Protocol. On Saturdays, you can catch me on the Bitter End, the post-apocalyptic water world, where I play Iat, the wild child, and someone else. Who eats everything. And honestly, I probably should have just tried to eat my way through the door now that I think about it. He just start at the handle and work his way through.
You could do that now for sure.
Just, ark, ark, ark. Like you hear scraping and you open the door and there's just like a shallow indent where his teeth have slowly worked away. Because the
I'm on the
logistics
outside
of
of
getting
the
your
door.
teeth on a flat surface are kind of hard.
Yeah,
Ugh.
exactly.
That
But
might be
chewing the
just
door
thinking
handle
about it.
off would create a hole to, but anyways, logistics and all that. You can catch me on Sundays as a myriad of characters within, around, and all inside the Silver Spire, doing all sorts of things, including going to someone's memories and tracking down a demon that will remain a demon as long as it's not remembered. Odd stuff, and loves these simple-minded people that are like, yeah, I'll fight for justice. And he's like, ooh, I like them. And you may dance with the shadows, but I dance with the ocean, and that is much more vast. Um, but yeah, that wraps around to Mondays, and that is me.
Awesome. Let's go on to Captain Vesa.
Oh shit, I'm a captain now. Hi guys. Hello. I'm Armageddon. And tonight I played Captain Vesa, who got her entire crew and many passengers very, very shit-faced. Because we are celebrating in the good way. Uh, fancy schmancy everything. Fucking my ship's so cute, you guys. I work so hard. I like it so much. And also, it's called the Stellar Flare because that's what I could fit on the side. There were other options, but it ended up being that, and that's fine. At one point, I was thinking about the Pyromancer, but I couldn't get that to fit, and I was like, "Fuck it." So, yes, this was great. On Wednesdays, I am also in Hench to Mensch. I play Flux. She's like Mr. Fantastic, and she got a little drunk in an airport and turned into a puddle of alcohol and requested a bucket, and they handed her a trash can, and this bitch got into the trash can and literally like was just a trash can full of alcohol with like a stretchy face and an arm out holding a beer. It was exciting. And terrible. Yeah, like I said, I didn't think about the logistics of having too much alcohol. So that's a thing that happened. It's not a bad thing though, because I asked Shadowhound if we're best friends and he said yes. So I made a new friend and I'm quite excited about that. I think he was just appeasing me, but it doesn't matter. She's going to take it to heart anyway. And then on every other Saturday, I'm also in the Bitter Ends. I play Starlight Fingertoes. She's a mechanic who picks up things with her toes, and I'm fairly certain that Iot's going to eat her fucking face when she tries to come through that door to save his life, and it's going to be a real bad time. But that's okay. We'll figure it out when we get there.
My door.
I was like at your door.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Yeah.
at Iot's door.
Oh no,
Yeah,
someone else is
Oh,
at my
you're
door.
at my
Yeah.
door.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're safe for at least another door.
Yeah, I gotta
So-
slide a knife under the door for you.
That's right. I'm
Probably
excited.
the best
can't
person
remember.
and the worst person to be at my door is at my door because she probably has the best chance of survival, but she's also a stranger, so it's kind of iffy. But she might be shiny still. We'll see.
She might still be shiny. I can see like stars in your eyes whenever you look at her. Like just oh. And then in Saturdays I am also in Cosmos. I play a couple of different characters. I am either Stella Nightshade, an elf dusk walker who has a smoking hot girlfriend who's literally on fire. Or I am Leto, the orc barbarian. She doesn't talk a whole lot, but she's a big tank, and that's why I like her. That's me.
Alrighty. And then Commodore.
Can you hear me?
There we
Nice.
go. Yep.
Okay. All right. Tonight I played the Commodore. I'm a 6'4" Kasathan. I got forearms and I kind of look like Goro. Had a lot of fun tonight. We always get really hammered the first night on Broken Rock, so that the next day is full of hangovers until about halfway through the day when we realize we can get a shot to get rid of those. And there's so much to do before the end of the season. It's ridiculous. I also play in the bitter ends. I play Let Me Pop Stardust, and right now my guitar is missing, and I'm also at a door. And that's kind of what I remember. And so that's what's going on there. My friend Purple Codex and my friend Amy Gedden, they sell t-shirts at tpublic.com. They are awesome, amazing, fantastic. They are epic, but they are not ethical. And this commercial is so epic at this point, someone else will take over and do the rest of it. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Hello. Are you here wanting to have the best merch that's ever been made on planet Earth that's quite epic? Do you want merch that lacks all ethics? Then maybe you should go to Purple Codex or Amy Gedden's T Public
Oh
shop.
my god, my anxiety.
They have merchandise that is both epic and lacking in ethics. Amy Gedden also has
Oh my god.
a store on Etsy. And now Amy Gedden will tell us
No, fuck.
that name.
It's Nerd Art by Amy, spelled AMIE.
Nope, do it again, except at half speed.
You can find me on Etsy.
I will
at
kill you.
Nerd Art by Amy, spelled AMIE.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Oh
That-
god.
Concludes tonight's advertisement
Oh fuck.
for merchandise.
Please never do that again.
When did the sloth from the DMV show up?
Every cell in my body wanted to punch you.
When you want.
Got him.
Christopher.
And now on to Purple
Then-
Codex.
I'm sorry.
On to Purple Codex.
I fucking hate every one of you right now. I hate.
You love us.
No, fuck you. Don't do that
Hey,
again.
I
That is-
didn't do it.
Oh, I'm still off my meds. Oh my god, my anxiety was like.
Moving.
Speed it up. Get to the point.
Why?
I'm pretty proud about the clip that I took on that. That was pretty quick, actually.
Yeah, it was much slower in the movie.
You did a good
Yeah.
job, but you forgot to say Bueller.
Oh. Yeah, I could have said Bueller. But then I'd also have to include, like, Bow. bow, bow.
Ow, ow.
Bow.
Oh, yeah.
Bow.
No, they'll love the secret of my success.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. It was so triggering. I'm Purple X having a meltdown. Oh God, that hurt my brain. I can't.
I like how you have a Muttley laugh when you get really laughy.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
Instead of having a pork chop, you have a Muttley laugh.
Oh.
I like it. Cool.
Yeah, it's because too much hyperleaf scarred my throat.
Right?
Okay.
Poor thing.
Fuck.
Just
I haven't been streaming much the last 2 weeks. Just a lot of life things happening. I was gonna say I did try to stream Akira a couple days ago. That horror game, and I got to a point me, and I haven't gone back yet because I'm afraid it's gonna piss me off. But it's just another reason to add to the reasons why I don't play consoles is because I would go through so many controllers, and I can't afford that. Because I would throw them.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be douchey when you play games like that.
So, I did scream a lot. There were a lot of jump scares. It was terrifying. But I'm not even past the first level yet. So,
welcome to when I play
Nice.
horror games.
I'll be walking through a hallway and then this thing just pops up and I'm like, ah!
Mm.
The people watching love it.
I turn away and I go, nope. And I just
Nope.
walk away the way. Nope.
I don't know. Did I mention my shift change?
Yes.
Oh,
no,
on Facebook,
I guess not
but I
online.
don't think you mentioned it here, so.
Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, on the 8th, I will change from 2 to 11 to 10 to 7. So I'll be going overnights. I'm doing this for 2 reasons. Okay, one, it's a $3.50 raise. Okay, I make 11. It's $14.50. I need the money. Okay. Second reason, that frees up evenings for my son. So I'm hoping. I talked to James today, and I asked him, hey, this is what's happening. This is my plan. I'm hoping to get him more. Do you think I'll probably be able to do that on like evenings where you guys don't have plans or you don't have anything, set to do? Because he has him in a million activities after school, James. But, well, Amy knows James. But, so I was like, hey, can I do this? And he said, maybe. Which, if you know James,
means
is
no.
close to, no, it's as close to a yes as I'm going to get. And if I argue, it'll be a no. So I'll be like, I said, I'll take it. He goes, oh. So we'll see. But yeah, those 2 reasons, money and I needed more time with my son. So. Because I only get to see him once or twice a month, and that's not okay with me. Anyway, that's what I'm working on now. Yeah, I don't have anything else.
On to who's next.
All right. That would be win 5, get 1 free.
Hello, no, I'm just
No
kidding.
fucking hell.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free, and you have caught me tonight playing Paralictor, or ex-Paralictor rather, Burn Ward, who is a Knight of Patella, a cop. You can also, and he had to get some information tonight, and he kind of got that information. Next things next, you can also catch me on Thursdays, where I have 2 games currently. I'm running Project Severovo this Thursday. Well, actually, every other Thursday past that, we're going to have something new coming up. Something new and enticing and very fun. Stay tuned. We'll get it figured out. I know what it's going to be. I just have a lot of prep work and I don't want to announce it until I feel like this baby's ready to come right out of the birth canal known as my mouth. Imagine that, everybody. You can also catch me on Fridays where I play Frank in Yakshas, the boomer as fuck dad, who is definitely the group dad, and yeah, we did determine he is kind of cruel to animals, but only like jungle birds. Like everything else is fine. Well, I mean, he likes hunting, okay? He likes hunting. We'll leave it at that. He missed his flamethrower shot, but still blew a bunch of shit up, so he's kind of happy, but he's also very upset. He's blaming it on calibrations. Whatever. You can also catch me every other Saturday for the Bitter Ends Wave World Sessions, where I'm Greasy, host of 6.66KRUST The Crust, the hottest shit that floated to the top of the bathtub. Where, yeah, he's like passed out on a beach or some shit. Along with his two best friends.
Out on a beach.
Yeah, being in a room. Oh
The
shit.
gang is on
In
the
a
beach.
random room.
Oh well, yeah. Greasy needs to come to the sessions more often. And yeah. Other than that, if you're currently watching on Twitch, you can catch us on YouTube at youtube.com/Paradise Theater. Currently watching on YouTube, you can catch us at twitch.tv/pair__dice_theater. And if you are a fan of the fast, hot, and sexy world of scheduling, some community interaction where we interact with the community, and hot memes, you can catch us at Paratheater on Twitter. And yeah, that's me.
All right. That brings it back to me. And we'll get the bookkeeping out of the way first. Everybody give yourself 3,000 experience. And
That's a ton.
Player's Choice. I know. And Player's Choice Award tonight goes to Ashira. Give yourself another 750. So Ashira
Okay, hold
gets
on. I
3,000.
got a math.
3,750.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta add it to my big number.
Okay. There's a
So-
calculator button on your computer.
I'm using it. 3,750.
And while you're doing all of that, I will finish my sign-offs here. I am the Justin King Zerat. You can catch me here on Monday nights for the Fire Shrike, my favorite group of space terrorists, space pirates, and everybody else. You can catch me here on Friday nights for the Ballad of the Menagerie. Hey, are all of the big guns running around doing all kinds of crazy shit and you can't really afford them anyway? Well, the Menagerie does things. They can be paid to do jobs. In fact, they often get paid to do jobs. Just, maybe not the most professional way done, but, results are result. And you can catch me every other Saturday night for the Bitter Ends, our Wave World session, sort of like Waterworld, only with significantly less misogyny. And you can catch me on Tales from the Cosmos, where I play Squin, the daring doer, who's waiting for some daring to do. And with that said, I believe that's all we've got for tonight. So let's get an RIP Fern and get out of here.
R.I.P. Fern.